Hey guys, Jordan and Josh here from Overland Infinity, and today we're going to be doing things a little bit different. We're going to be talking about an aspect of overlanding that is very often overlooked. If you can't tell by the things in front of us, today we're going to discuss first aid kits and training we think is necessary for overland travel.
While overland traveling, it is inevitable that yourself or someone else on the trail will become injured. Whether it's a simple cut from a protruding rock or major trauma from an accident, it's important that you carry the tools and have the knowledge to deal with an incident.
Each member of Overland Infinity has undergone some form of first aid training, from a simple weekend course that anyone can do to a weekend-long advanced remote wilderness first aid course designed to prepare you to treat an injury and continue treatment in remote locations where help might not be reachable quickly.
We recommend everyone who travels in the backcountry to take the weekend course, to arm yourself with basic first aid knowledge to treat wounds and other medical emergencies. Without such training, you may begin to panic in an event, causing more harm than good and possibly endangering more people in the group. Also, if you frequently travel in large groups, we recommend one or more members of the group to undertake the week-long course to further your knowledge and confidence should disaster strike your group.
So now you have the knowledge. It's time to acquire the tools you need during a medical emergency. We were supplied with 2 kits from a company called Wild Med Kits that we're going to go over with you guys.
Wild Med Kits is a Canadian brand that produces and distributes high-quality med kits in Canada. They use both premium cases as well as premium contents to make sure the kits won't let you down during an emergency. The first kit we're going to talk about is the Advanced Wilderness First Aid Kit.
This kit is packed full of everything you need for treatment, from basic cuts all the way to major incidents where extended treatment is required. Let's open it up and see what's inside. As we just talked about, this is the Wild Med Kit's Advanced Wilderness First Aid Kit. Let's take a look inside. If I can figure out how to open it. There we go. First thing you're going to see is a card that basically tells you all the contents. So if you do use supplies in this kit, you can go back, find out what you've used, and make sure that it's stocked. Because you always want to make sure that you have all the contents, so you're not looking for something and realize that it's not there. So now let's just see how quickly we can get through some of the items on this list. By category, starting with emergency, we have CPR face shield, trauma bandage, trauma shears, nitrile gloves, honey packet, and an emergency blanket. And I apologize if I mispronounce some of these things, but we're going to move on to wound care. So we have 4 different types of fabric bandage. Butterfly strips, gauze pads, non-adherent pads, abdominal pad, alcohol swabs, BZK swabs, more nitrile gloves, irrigation syringe, tweezers, fine tip stainless, which are pretty good, hemostat, toothbrush, scalpel, irrigation bag, garbage bag, medical clear tape, which can come in handy in some situations that you probably wouldn't expect. Now we go over to the category musculoskeletal care, like I said, pronunciation. You have trainer's tape, triangle bandage, moldable padded splint, elastic wrap, cohesive wrap, tongue depressor. So the next category is survival or gear repair. So it comes with a lighter, zip ties, duct tape roll, tea light candle, and 25 feet of paracord. Your stationary category has soap notes, which are waterproof actually, which is a really cool feature for many applications in the woods. Permanent marker, wilderness first aid guide, and mechanical pencil. The last category you have here is hygiene and hydration. So you have hand sanitizer, camp soap tube, pristine water purification tablets, electrolyte package, tampons, sanitary pad, and Q-tip applicators. So that pretty much covers everything in the pack. Now we'll actually take a look at some of them. So as you can tell, this pack is actually organized very well. You have everything almost put together as it was in category on the list. So you have your candle, your lighter, your water purification tabs, your marker as it was previously mentioned. You also have some fabric bandages, gloves. Forgot there was another side there. Emergency blanket. Tons of band-aids. Probably won't need all of those, but it's always nice to have extras just in case. CPR, face shield, scissors, and then this side you have a little more complicated medical supplies. I'm not going to go into grave detail, but just take a look. We have the Sportsman's soap, which is waterless soap, from my understanding, and Purell, which is obviously hand sanitizer. Tampons, Q-tips, pads for absorbent purposes. You also have a syringe here that has, by the looks of it, different applications that you can use it for. More band-aids. There are a lot more band-aids. You are going to be fine for band-aids. Now, like I said, I'm not going to go into too much more detail on the actual contents, but as you can see, like I said, it's very nicely packed. You have pretty much everything you need, including one of my favorite features, which is a foldable splint. This could save a life, as most of this stuff could, but this is a very impressive thing that I was really glad to see came with this kit. Now, everything is tight, pretty tight, but it's meant to be. It's meant to be tight so you have a lot of supplies in a tight spot, so you can keep it in your vehicle, like we previously mentioned, in a spot that's not in the way, but it's easy to get to.
The second kit we were given is the Trauma and Major Bleed kit. This kit is designed as a grab-and-go setup. What I mean by that is, imagine you're traveling down the road and you witness a major accident, or your buddy slips while cutting firewood and catches a chainsaw on his leg. This kit is set up with everything you need for major trauma incidents. The kit also has a convenient headrest mount that, in the event like I spoke of, you can grab the kit and quickly get the bleeding under control. So as you can see, the Trauma kit is a lot smaller than the Advanced Wilderness kit. But it's not supposed to be to the same caliber as that kit. This is designed, like I said, as a grab and go. It has a few basic things you need to get major trauma under control that can't wait, that seconds count. On the back we got the Velcro. That's what attaches to the molly points on the quick release system. So it allows you to grab hold of the handle, rip it off, and get on your way. So let's take a look inside. So again, inside the first thing you see is the contents card. So let's quickly go through what's included. We have, under bleeding management, we have a high strength pressure bandage, a tourniquet, some compressed crinkle gauze, and trauma shears. It also has a CPR face shield, more nitrile gloves. We have some finger bandages, some gauze pads, non-adherent gauze pads, abdominal combine pad, BZK adhesive swabs, and some tweezers. Under musculoskeletal, we have some cloth tape, triangle bandage, some elastic wrap. In survival, it has a few things. It has another Mylar emergency blanket, an electrolyte packet, some honey, and a roll of duct tape. Under stationary, it comes with a Stop the Bleed book kit that tells you how to stop some major trauma and how to use some of the equipment included in the kit. We also have a permanent marker. In the bag, it's a high visibility bag with a quick detach Velcro. So, lay it aside, and as you guys can see, the kit doesn't have as much inside, but it is well laid out, so everything's quick to get to. In here, we have just some bandages, and we have some cleaning swabs. Great stuff to have handy. In the first side of the main kit, we have some tension wrap, we have the tape, our gloves, which are in individual packets and easy to get to, and we have a small roll of duct tape. In the back here, we have our CPR face shield, our rehydration salts for people when they're dehydrated, and we have the majority of our larger bandages. Over here, we have a set of trauma shears that are quick to get to for cutting away clothing or even seat belts if you need to. We have our triangular bandage, our Mylar blanket and pen, and one of the biggest things this kit includes is the tourniquet. Tourniquet is something you only want to use when absolutely necessary. They are only marginally safer than bleeding to death. So, continuing on, the last little section, we have our emergency pressure bandage. This allows you to put pressure on a wound without having to attend to it. We have our Stop the Bleed book. And once I find it, our compressed crinkle bandage. This is really good to stop some major bleeding. It's super absorbent, guys. It really helps out. This, along with the pressure bandage, should be all you need to stop any major bleeding. So, not as much as the other kit, but it's not meant to be. This isn't the end-all be-all first aid kit. This is just for major bleeding emergencies.
So as you can see, these Wild Med kits are made extremely well and packed full of high-quality medical supplies. Since we live in Newfoundland and the winter here has been no less than insane, we will be doing some demonstrations for you guys when the weather turns around. And until then, check out more of what Wild Med Kits has to offer in the link below. Cheers, guys. See you beautiful souls on the trail.
Hey guys, I'm back again. What you guys just saw was filmed a few weeks ago. I believe we say in the video that we haven't had a chance to test any of these stuff in the kits yet. Well, just yesterday that happened to change. We were in the middle of a snowstorm, there was a car stuck on the side of the road, and we got out to help recover them. During the recovery, we were scooping out underneath the car, and I happened to catch my hand on some hard plastic. I have it torn from here all the way across the back of my hand. I'll show some pictures, so if you guys are not into the gory stuff, perhaps look away now. As you can see, the damage wasn't too extensive, however it did warrant enough to get 13 stitches put in the back of my hand. The reason I'm telling you guys this is it just goes to show how quick things can go wrong. Something as innocent as shoveling out a car ended up being a 4-hour hospital visit. That's why you guys need to carry your first aid kits.